Hey, TruBadger YouTube, nice to see you all. We're so excited. Do you know we've got a launch tonight? A launch of CataBolt Swap, and we couldn't be more excited to have you all here with us as the team walks you through all of the phenomenal pages, all the phenomenal things that CataBolt Swap is going to do for you guys. It's a premium sorry. It's a premium swap. Where's my head? Just premium swap.
Were you beating the children before you came on here or something?
Might have been. So all right, it's premium, guys. You know what that means? It just means this is not like your pancake swap. It's not like that. The beginning of it, all of the swapping that happens is premium, invite only. We're just so excited about it. I'm going to turn it over to the team. Corey, Peter, Dawn, Rhonda, Doug, Dad, who's got something?
All right, I'll start it.
I just wanted to see how long everybody would be quiet.
I know. I wanted to try to keep it awkward, but I don't know if everybody knows my awkward personality yet.
I love
didn't
awkward.
want to do that. I didn't want to put everybody in that position. Hey guys, welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight. A lot of people here, a lot of excitement in the Telegram chats and all around social media. Congratulations to you guys, first of all, for just being amazing. Becoming TruBadger holders. Congratulations to all the new holders out there of TruBadger and all the future holders that are watching today or on repeat. Of course, you guys have been hearing and seeing everything about CataBolt Swap. This is very something very near and dear to us to bring out to the world. And guys, give it up for the team and Don and the devs, the blockchain devs and the UI devs and our graphic designer, Tim and Rhonda for creating all these incredible graphics and the brilliance behind the team of Peter and Doug and all of our DeFi divas, just the whole team, just outstanding guys. Yeah, big hats off to you guys. What has been accomplished in the last just couple of months, really less than that, for CataBolt has been nothing shy of amazing. You guys have seen what's going on around the DeFi space and a lot of things happening. And you know, when we say we're going to do something, we do it. We put things to action and we hit our we put our heads down and we get busy. So without further ado, we've got to do a beautiful little walkthrough for you guys. We're going to show you the platform. Peter's going to spit some knowledge for us and probably drop a bomb or two like he does. We try to keep him duct taped and closed mouth and, you know, but you know, he says what he wants to say. So you guys are in for a treat tonight. So I'm going to pass it over to Peter and then he'll probably take it from there.
So Corey, do we have a video to play maybe to get us started? Maybe a short little 20, 30 second little
a mood setter, you know.
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, it's on the website. We can show it. Yeah.
You want to play it from the website?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead, Don.
Okay, Don, let's play the video and then I'll say a few things and then we'll go through the site, all right?
Super. Get you people out of the way. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Do this thing.
You sharing your sound?
Oh, you know what? Thank you. Let's double check that.
No.
Whoops. Share sound. Thank you. I always forget that little button. Very nice.
All right, you guys can go to the site. You'll see it. It'll play much better. Okay, so let's jump into this. CataBolt Swap launching today. This is the platform. It's the website. It's the UI side of things. On the back end is all the blockchain, how it ties, how it operates, how it functions. Most of the people that are launching projects like this are delayed, late. They're not getting them done. Guys, we knocked it out of the park. What we're able to do now is begin to accept applications for projects to go up on our project. Because it's a blockchain project that had to be connected, they'll go through, fill out the form, and they'll begin to go through the process. Remember, one of the key features of this is that there's research, there's some work done on the backside. If I'm a project that's going up on a pancake swap or a Uniswap, I don't need to get anybody's permission. I don't need to apply for anything. Any project or anything I put on there can just go up, right? That causes some issues because that allows for scammers, for honeypots, for rug pulls, for all of these people to throw stuff up in there, and you cannot tell the difference. It's just a giant soup of great projects, good projects, projects that don't have a chance, and scams that are all mixed together in a giant crypto soup. CataBolt is different. CataBolt has some barriers because it's limited in the number of projects that it will launch on a weekly basis. Right now, we're on the Binance Smart Chain. Over time, we'll enter into Cardano. So on the ADA chain, we will be doing it on the ERC20, so with Ethereum, as well as possibility of other chains that will come out. So we'll never launch hundreds of projects a week, guys. That's not what this is about. This is about finding docs teams. It's about finding projects that at least have the possibility of success in the marketplace. Of course, there's never any guarantees of success on anything or any platform. But at least if you know there's a docs team and you know that the people have some skills, you're able to go look at them on LinkedIn and see that they've either built a company before or how much experience they have in the blockchain or how much experience they have with running companies and businesses. You'll be able to look at the probability of the factor. So if there's an issue, so we are solving problems with TruBadger. That is our goal, is to develop and build projects that are big projects, that projects that solve big problems. Why did we do this? Well, today I did an interview about this entire concept of building something to stop the bots from manipulating launches. And of course, I went and did my research on Refinable. Refinable was a project that launched about a couple months ago before we launched TruBadger. And it was a very celebrated NFT project. As a matter of fact, it had Mr. Beast involved with it. 50 million plus people on just YouTube alone, lots more through his other social media. This was going to be the darling of the NFT space. There's only one problem. They did their IDO and they brought in people and they did it at, a penny, 2 cents, 3 cents per token. Got to the time to go on and raise on the decentralized exchange. They go out and they say, we're going to be on Pancake Swap on this day at this time. And what happens is they put the tokens out at 3 cents. So that whatever that ended up being in the liquidity side of things that was provided, probably raised a few $100,000 because there was a substantial amount of tokens. The problem is that one person wrote a bot that bought up 80% of all of those tokens at that lower price. 80% went to one person with only one goal, and that was to make as much money as they could by manipulating the fans, the people like myself and Corey and Dawn, the people that actually believed in the project, that said, man, there's potential for me to make a profit here, return on my investment, because I'm getting in early, only to find out that they ended up paying $2.30 to $2.40 up to $7 per token because they were manipulated by a bot. So here's someone that wrote a bot, took $11 million out. That $11 million didn't go to the company to make it better. That $11 million profit didn't go to fans or investors, the early adopters of the project. It went to one person who had only one purpose. It was to get in and out as fast as possible and take as much money off the table as possible. Because here's the beauty of it. If you're an early fan and an early adopter, and I'll use TruBadger as an example, our early adopters, our early people helped us build up enough liquidity and enough resources there for us to get it up and going. And now we've been operating and paying our bills for 2 months and moving forward. And of course, went up to our high of 23 million, came back down to 10 because of a sell-off of a few larger holders, back up to $19 million, right? And that was all a process. And the reason why is our early people were not manipulated by bots. So they were not moving from the fear of loss. They had seen gains from their first day, no matter when they got in and involved, they saw the gains and they were able to say, I'm still ahead, let me hang in there, and allowed us to rebuild that back together. Every brand that's out there is a representation, and one of them that is a very good story is Apple. Apple made fans of Apple because they delivered a superior project. And even though they went through rough times, today they're one of the most valuable companies on the planet because the fan base that they built, the early fan base, was so strong that even the roughest of times could not take the company down. It could not take it out because of where it was at. And all companies and all projects will go through times of growth and expansion and, times of, retraction, and that this is a natural thing in business. And so what we want to do with TruBadger and with CataBolt is we want to give the projects the absolute best chance of making it, of thriving. How do you do that? By making sure that the early fans, the early adopters, have a positive experience with their early investment in the company, in the project, in what is going on. And that is what CataBolt Swap does. It allows for that to happen. We've already proven it. This is not a theory. We went out with TruBadger and the bots came in and manipulated. And because of a delay in us bringing it to our community, we were able to see the bots before they got involved. We were able to shut things down and stop our fan base from losing massive amounts of money. They would have drove our market cap up to $40–50 million minimum. And then it would have come all the way back down to probably 10 or 12 or 14, if not lower, because as those people started losing money that got in early, our fans, a lot of those would have sold off because of the disappointment and everything that's going on. So this is very, very important, guys, because I got to tell you, there are not people that I know of that are sitting around trying to solve this problem. It's a lot of people have just said, this is just the facts of, it's just the way it is in crypto. It's just, that's it. That's it. They exist. There are good bots. There's bad bots. And here's how it is. And we're just going to move forward from here. Well, I got to tell you, Refinable's reputation has been damaged, at least with some of its fans, because I was one of the people. I would never buy an NFT from them before. I don't think Corey will, and will never get involved with their token again. So I know for a fact, and I believe Don's in the same position, there's at least 3 people just on this call right now that would never do business with them again because of that experience. We don't have it with TruBadger, and we don't want it with the projects that we're getting involved with. We want them to have the absolute best chance of making it. Again, business is hard enough as it is. You don't want to start with a negative on your balance sheet in the process of your early adopters. And so we're very proud of what we've done with CataBolt Swap. We're very proud of it. Now we've already got 3 projects. They're going to be coming up here coming soon. That one of those projects, of course, is CataBolt Swap itself. Its token will be going live sometime between the 13th and the 16th of October. That token will go live. The coming soon will be put on here, the details about it. The second one that will be coming is Insights, the cryptocurrency trading software that we are building. That token will go live either the 3rd or 4th week in September, and the project will launch at the event in Las Vegas. So those are 2, but there'll be a 3rd one, which will be Safufied, which is our DAO project, which will be delivered early. That project will also be coming out sometime in October, maybe the 1st week in October or just after the event. The project, though, will be launched in full by the event. So here's what we're going to do. We launched TruBadger 2 months ago, a little over 2 months ago. And in another 6 weeks, we will have 3 fully up and running projects that do 3 totally separate things. That is probably the most that just about any project in this space has ever accomplished. Now, we'll be looking for teams. Right now, we're the starting team. I guess we're the like get the ball rolling team. But then each of these projects will be assembling their own teams to run, build, and grow. Insights has already begun to assemble that team. You guys will see Doug, who's going to talk here in a minute about Catapult before, and then we'll go walk through the site. He will become an advisor to TruBadger, and he will become the CEO and lead on Catapult on Insights. So he'll be running that project. So he'll be the top guy there, and there'll be an advisor. I will be an advisor over on Insights, and he will be the lead person running that project and moving that forward. So hopefully that gives you guys an idea. Those 3 projects. Now, we're accepting applications for non-projects that are not TruBadger projects right now. We believe that we will have at least 1 project go up in September, and then 1 or 2 in October. And then by November, it is our goal, or December at the latest, to have 1 new project a week coming out through Catapult on its own. Now, remember, we'll never have 20 or 30 or 40 a week. This is a premium, exclusive. The team is going to be a team, not Johnny coming up and going, hey, I'm willing to dox myself. So what do you do, Johnny? Well, I work on the garbage truck, right? I'm the guy who pushes the button and lifts it up. Now, there's nothing wrong with people who work on a garbage truck, right? When it comes to, but I don't know if they have the skills or the ability, right? So we go, okay, have you ever run a business before? Well, no, I've never run a business before, but I have a dream of this token that is going to tokenize garbage, right? And we're like, okay, you've got to go build a team around you of people that understand finance, that understand development of tokens, that understands how to market and how to brand your token, that understands social media. And then they can go build that team. And if he comes back with a substantial team, then we can look at it and we go, hey, do people really want to tokenize their garbage? What does that mean? How does that work? How does that generate revenue and income? How does that become a sustainable company for the future? And if it passes that, then we can say, okay, now let's start moving through the process. Now, in phase 2 of CataBolt Swap, right now we're the team, and we'll assemble a team of professionals to help make that decision. However, in the very near future, next few months or so, it will be put on the blockchain. Anonymous professionals will do the vetting of each and every single project. You won't know who they are. You can't manipulate them. You can't run through the process. They will help decide. It'll be on a point scoring system, and it'll go through that side of it. So absolutely terrific. I do want to bring out one thing, and this is, so a lot of people have said, okay, TruBadger's helping launch these. We understand that part of it. What else will TruBadger do? TruBadger over the next couple of months will be launching a platform that will be a full service consulting, marketing platform for launching projects. So people will be able to come to us with an idea. We'll help assemble the team behind them. We'll help do the marketing. We'll help them build the technology. We will help them fund it. We will help them through the entire process. And for that, the TruBadger will receive tokens in those projects, as well as be able to help lead through that. So guys, I'm telling you, we've only given you a small amount of what TruBadger is and what this ecosystem will build and where we will be taking this. Also, we'll be announcing in the next couple of days the second snapshot for Insights, the second snapshot for CataBolt. So if you hold on to your tokens, we've already captured the first one. Dawn has the records and she's got them protected, double saved. And so what we'll end up doing is build a piece of software that will have an algorithm that when we take these 5 snapshots, they all go into one. It calculates what percentage of the CataBolt tokens you will be getting. Now, I want to give you guys a little bit of background on this, okay? First of all, burn tokens do not receive a percentage of the CataBolt swap tokens, okay? Secondly, the contest wallet does not receive a portion of the CataBolt swap tokens. Also, the LP tokens on PancakeSwap do not receive that. So if you want to take that, there's 80 trillion here, 20 trillion. That's 100 trillion off the table. Oh, wait, there's also 200 something in the burn wallet. That's 300 something. That means that only 70% of the 100% will split the 6% of the tokens that are available. So I want you guys to begin to think through that process, continue to move forward. Also, yes, somebody mentioned the ones on CoinTiger. They will also not receive this in the process. So, so again, when you start thinking through this process, it's much bigger than what people look at and where it's going. There's some other things we're going to be doing through TruBadger. CataBolt will begin to expand. So at first product, all of these projects will start to expand what they offer and begin to create more value in the marketplace and move forward from there. So I'm going to stop there before I get myself in too much trouble. And I've said too much because there is way more to say about what we're doing. I talked to Doug about a new concept today. I think he was pretty excited about it and the stuff and the things that we're going to be bringing forward. We'll be filing patents in this space. Those patents will be owned by the projects, which are what? DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations. It is our goal every single day as token holders and as the people that have been granted the management position of this DAOs, okay? Because essentially we work for token holders to build as much value as we possibly can in the #1 biggest financial movement in the history of mankind. This is it. Might be something bigger down the road that we don't know about yet. But I got to tell you, if there is something bigger coming, we're going to position ourselves to be the leaders in that space and get in really early. So that's just because we're like building something extremely special. I'm going to turn it over to Doug to say a couple things. If anybody else wants to say anything else, they can. That's on the panel. And then we're going to jump in and we're going to walk through CataBolt Swap. Hopefully this gives you a little bit more insight, guys. Insights into what we are doing to move this thing forward and create value. I got to tell you, this is the reason why if you hold TruBadger tokens, right now what you should be doing is sharing on Facebook, messaging people, finding out who you know, who is in the token space. We're closing in on 5,000 holders. The goal of every person on here should be saying, you know what, I'm going to try to add 1 holder in the next 7 days. Yep. If we could get, you know, there's 4,800 and something wallets, probably some are double wallets or, you know, people that bought wallets for their grandkids or what. Let's say there's 3,000 active wallets. If a third of those, if we would all just go out and say, I'm going to go get 1 person this week with 1 wallet, 1 friend, 1 person. I don't care if it's $10, $20, $5, whatever it is. We would do that. Boom, we'd add another 1,000 wallets just like that on top of what we're normally adding in, what we're growing. I'm going to say one more thing and then I'm going to turn it over to Doug. I am telling you right now, if you're involved in TruBadger, if you're going to get involved in CataBolt, if you're getting involved in Insights, if you're getting involved in SAFU5, if you're getting involved in CNP, you will never, ever be able to find a team that will work as hard as this team does for the success of anything that you are ever in. You know why I know that and I can say that? Because you cannot work any harder than this team does. You might be able to work the same, but you cannot work longer hours and you cannot have the heart to help people anymore. And if you're on here and maybe you've just gotten involved with us in the last 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 days, or you were with TruBadger, and we walked you through. I want to put a 1 in here. There's about 126 people on the Zoom. I don't know how many on YouTube. Put a 1 in if somebody personally walked you through getting involved in the blockchain that is on here right now, that is part of this team. Put a 1 in. You could not ask that question on another single crypto project anywhere on this planet and get that many 1s to go in. We don't just say we work hard, we've showed it. We don't say we're going to create great products, we've done it. We don't say we're going to deliver, we've delivered. That is what you're going to continue to get from this team, from these projects, is we will continue to grow, we will continue to build this thing. We're dedicated to the success of this. Doug, go ahead, buddy, take it away, and then I'm going to come back with Dawn. But Corey, do you want to say something, buddy, before we do the walkthrough? Raise your hand if you do. No, you're good. Rhonda, you want to say something? Okay, after
You
Doug,
got
you
something
say
good.
something. And then Dawn, Deb, you want to say something before we go through the walkthrough?
I can't put people on that much delay, so I'm gonna skip this time.
Okay, so then Doug, Rhonda's going to say something. Then me and Dawn are going to go do a major walkthrough, and we're going to show you guys the entire site. Go ahead, take it away, buddy.
Hey guys, good to have everybody on. We just did the Digi call a few minutes ago, and you guys, I told you just what Peter just said, right? That we are in a money-making machine here like none other ever before. If you guys go back and listen to what Peter said about how we're going to bring on tokens, how we're going to vet the tokens, if you just understand those two things, that we're bringing on tokens and we're vetting tokens, and you add the third element to it that I talked a little bit about tonight, that you guys are going to be the first people to have opportunities to these tokens at the lowest possible price, guys. We are in a dream place like never before to make money like never before. Even though there's no guarantees in trading, guys, I don't think you can come any closer to giving a guarantee than what we're trying to do here. And I think you got to go back and listen to all of Peter's numbers, his 607, and all the way he goes through numbers so quick. But take your time and listen to it, because the value is in that information. When you understand that we have created an ecosystem, a platform in everything that we're doing that allows all of us, this board and you guys included, every one of us, allows us to have opportunity first to look at quality projects that have been vetted in this space. Is that a guarantee, Peter, that they'll all work? No. 6 out of 10, 8 out of 10, we don't know. But the probabilities, guys, are on our side because we are going to do the due diligence, right? And if we do, we've done it. We've created a money-making machine. That's as simple as it gets. I can't say it any better than that. And that is where we're at. That's where we're going. So to you guys.
Well, and when it comes to numbers, there's a couple of people on this call that are really good at them, Peter and Doug. So if you've ever heard them talk numbers, it's worth listening to whatever numbers they're running through. I got to listen to it 3 times, just myself, just to absorb it all. So brilliant. A few weeks ago, I was brave enough to re-listen to the original call of June 4th, I believe, where we first set out to launch TruBadger. And my stomach was in knots the whole way, even though it's like watching a movie the second time. You know what's going to happen at the end, but you're nervous just the same. And it is, you live through that once and you know exactly why does CataBolt swap exist, for that very reason. So anybody who was there that moment, you know what it felt like, you know what we went through. And to realize that less than 3 months later, we're here with this system that will allow other brilliant tokens. And there are brilliant tokens out there waiting for us, looking for us, to be able to launch in a safe format to allow people to get behind them and just build new empires on good projects. It gives me goosebumps when I think about it. And yeah, this is it. We're the right place, right time, you know? So I just had to share if anybody wants to watch the rerun, whoa, it's still just as hairy as the first time, just as hairy and inspirational. So amazing job, you guys. Absolutely brilliant. Can't wait to see where we go next.
Peter, when that happened to us, we all remember that very well. Thank you, Rhonda. That was scary, scary times, because we were kind of new to having a token first, right? This was all new. I just want to shout out to the development team that we work with and all the different people in the background. You guys will probably never meet, never know, never see. How long did it take us to develop so we could launch our own CataBolt swap?
About 10 days, I believe, was from the distance between when we got attacked by bots.
Mm-hmm.
And so a couple of people are asking about the moment. So we went to launch TruBadger the first time, and we already had lined up some of the projects we were going to do, but CataBolt swap was not one of them, because that wasn't one of the problems we were focusing on, was bot manipulation. However, we went to launch and we had a Zoom call, and we had lots of people on the Zoom call. We had about 1,000 people lined up to buy TruBadger tokens, and we were going directly on PancakeSwap. And so we launched and we delayed it for a second. We were trying to get some things right. I said, Corey, throw a buy in here, and I had David do it. And in the meantime, what had happened is a bot came in, started buying, and drove the market cap up to $30 million. If we would have opened it up and gave that contract address out to the 1,000 people there, they would have took this, and these people would have just bought, right? Because they believed and trusted in us. So the bots would have used our trust, that what we had built up, in order to manipulate our people to steal their money. These people would have bought in at a $30 million market cap, 40, 50 million, $60 million market cap. And then the bot would have pulled all of that out, walked away with $1 million, more than likely, in gains. And our people, the price would have came all the way back down to probably about 13, 14 million. But what would have happened is, because of fear, some of the people that believed in us also would have sold, because they would have worried about losing more money. So we probably would have ended up at maybe a $2 or $3 or $4 million market cap. And we would have had to struggle from day one to build and get out of that situation. And we have this on video, because they were live on the Zoom. I was over here. We don't have this part on the Zoom, but we have that part live on there. We were over here on a call when this took place. And so I did what was called a rug pull on the bots. We actually pulled out more than we put in liquidity on it. And we learned a very valuable lesson. And at that point, we said, we need to fix this. And I got on with the program. And as I said, what can we do to fix it? I said, well, we can build this site. We had no name for it. We had no nothing. We went to work within a couple days, came up with the name, the original brand, which had the cat and the bolt, got a site built, went ahead and launched, defeated the bots, had zero bot manipulation in our launch. Went from about $1 million market cap up to a 14 million, down to 12. And that was the successful base that started TruBadger, which kept it holding and steadily built up to about a $23 million market cap. BNB had a nice collapse, brought us back down to 19 or so. We had some people who got fearful, some early people, and they decided to sell off, which dropped us down to 10. But because of the belief that our original people had, who are still in profit, the first day people were still in profit. You know why they were still in profit? because they had collected reflection for 2 months prior to that drop. This is something we've never mentioned or talked about. So you had got more reflection. So if you started here and you had 1 billion tokens, after 2 months, you had more tokens. So even though the price was a little lower, your value was still there. What you had originally put in was still there. And so they said, no, we're sticking, we're holding, we're not selling off. And with that, True Grit, a team that's amazing, and connecting with the PTR people out there, we were able to rebuild that market cap. Today it was at 19 million until BNB softened up a little bit. We were able to go there. And that's what they were talking about. That's the call Rhonda went and rewatched again to see what happened 10 days earlier. That's the problem that we're solving. And if you've ever been part of it, a lot of you guys are new. Me and Corey have lived through it probably a dozen times, right? Because we were chasing the new tokens. And we watched, and sometimes we did well because we got in early enough. Sometimes we got manipulated and we got in too late and we were losing money on it. We wanted to solve that, and we have solved it. And I got to tell you, that is a problem that anybody that's buying tokens on ERC, on Binance Smart Chain, on ADA, all of these chains, they all exist. And we have a solution. So think about, there are right now 200 million people into crypto. Let's say 1/4 of those people, 50 million, are buying and selling tokens, right? The other 3/4 are just holding, or they're on PayPal and this other different ways. But let's say there's 50 million people. I think you can do pretty good if you have a solution for 50 million people. I gotta say, right? I know it's going to grow and I know it's going to become bigger. But if you can solve a problem and you have the potential of 50 million customers, you got a pretty good chance of generating some pretty substantial income. And here's the thing about it. The projects that we bring through, most projects will only take payment in either BNB, Ethereum, ADA, not CataBolt Swap. See, CataBolt Swap has done some homework and they believe in the projects that are coming through. So half of the payment that'll be made to us will be made in the tokens we're launching. I want you guys to think about this. We launch a token a week. We get paid on the initial launch value. Let's say that it's estimated we're going to bring in $1 million. That fee's $10,000. They pay us $5,000 in BNB out of the swaps. The other $5,000 we take in their token. That token goes up 10 to 20x on the first couple of days of launch. How much is that 5,000 worth now? 50, 100 grand? Who does that money belong to? Wait a minute, we're a DAO, right? Decentralized Autonomous Organization. It belongs to our token holders. Next week, we launch another one. Goes up 10, 15, 20x. Next week, we'll launch another one. Oh, wait, but the one we launched 3 weeks ago just got picked up on Binance, or 4 months earlier, or 3 months earlier, just got picked up on a bigger exchange, or just did a partnership, or just did a deal, and their token goes through the roof and goes up 300x, 200x, 500x, 600x. Oh my goodness. How much assets can something like CataBolt Swap build up over the next couple of years, helping launch some of the greatest projects on this planet? Oh, wow. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sticking around long enough and I'm holding on my tokens long enough to see, because I don't want to be the one going, I was there, but I got a little afraid and I sold my tokens off, and I went and bought some, baby triple nipple Dogecoin, right? And it was like, I thought it was going to be the biggest thing since sliced bread. It had 3 nipples. I mean, come on. It had to be a big deal, right?
Those were pickles.
Pickles. I'm sorry. Triple pickles. I thought it was nipples. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway, we're going to get back on track. Dawn, why don't we go ahead and do a walkthrough with that? We're going to go ahead and jump right into it. You guys know we get a little crazy here. We have fun. We do like to joke around a little bit about everything except money. Okay. We'll joke about names and different stuff, but we don't joke about money. We're very serious about money. All right, guys. So here's our site. Of course, as always, social media is here. We only recommend that you get your social media from directly from the site, or from if it's listed on BS Scan, or if it's listed on CoinGecko, right? Those are the only 3 places that you want to get to social media. I'm going to say this, guys, never, if you hear the name of a token, go put it directly into Twitter, directly into Telegram, directly into anywhere to find social media. That is how scam artists lock people in, by creating fake ones that you go on, you think they're the real thing. And it's the reason why we predominantly place all social media on every one of our sites, and it will always be done that way because it's very, very important. Okay, so in the middle there, you see exchange, Bolt Power, and contact us. Let's start with the exchange. So Dawn, would you go ahead and, oh, there you go. Got our wallet already connected. So you guys can see that it does show up there, so you know whether you are connected or not connected. Very important. If you do not see a wallet address in there, you're not connected yet, and you will not be able to do a swap. Now, we are a premium swap, which means you must register in order to swap. You must register each and every wallet that you do. If you have 2 or 3 wallets, you're going to have to register 2 or 3 times in order to register each wallet. This is one of the ways that we defeat the bots, because bots, if they register X amount of wallets, they have to what? They have to go into an email address and they have to confirm. We're going to be partnering, I'm not going to get into the details yet, with a company that will help build an extra layer of security and protection here. That deal is in the works right now to protect the token holders and the projects. You have to, I want to make this very clear, guys. We're not just protecting the token holders. We're protecting the project. But by protecting the project, we're protecting who? Token holders. Because in order to place, and we're going to see this as we go through this, you must be a DAO. All the projects that come through here, decentralized autonomous organization. Why? Because in that situation, the company belongs, the project belongs to the token holders. You cannot be a company that launches a token and the token only represents itself. It must be that the token represents the entire whole thing through a decentralized autonomous organization. So if people say no, they will not be able to apply here. Okay, we believe in the power of this new model, which is instead of the founders, instead of stockholders, wealthy people getting wealthy. The neat part is in this token space, you can put $5 in, $10, and be part of a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization, and grow that into 20 or 30 or 50 or 60, and then roll that into another one and roll that into another one. I believe with very small amounts of money, with a high percentage of success, not 100% success, that people will be able to take just a few $100s, maybe 20, 30, 40, $50 a month, keep rolling them into these, and over the next 5, 6, 10 years, build a substantial sum of money. Now, if you guys know me, and I'm probably talking more than I should be, but if you guys know me, there's a major problem coming here in the US and on the global level, and that is retirement for tens of millions of people that are in their mid-50s or older that have very little retirement savings. I see the blockchain as the #1 solution to solve that problem, and that is part of the reason for us to do TruBadger, CataBolt swap, insights. These are the solutions that will allow them the best chance possible to not have to retire and work, continue to work because they cannot afford it or they don't have retirement savings in the bank. Okay. All right. So Dawn, do you want to, so we have register to swap. You'll have to do that. We have a buy BNB or BSC, and those will be done through third-party providers, okay? Right now, we have Simple Swap. We're going to be reaching out to some other providers and other solutions. The neat part is we'll have somebody, once the team is assembled, that will spend their time looking for the best solution. So there's always the best solution there. And if you ever come across the solution that you've used, please make sure you email us on the site, contact us, and let us know that solution. We want to make sure that we always have the best solution that's available in the marketplace there to make it as easy as possible for people to buy and get that. Okay, you'll see over to the left, the total supply. market cap. It will show the liquidity. It will also show, you can look at the transaction, you can look at the contract, and you can look at the holders. I know it says holding right now, but that will say holders. We're also trying to make it where that will be a direct feed. So if you do want to know the number of holders, you will not have to leave the site to do it. You will have to look at the contract. You will have to leave to go look at the transactions. That'll be taking you out to BS Scan right now because it's on the Binance Smart Chain, or it will take you out to Ethereum once we are on Ethereum, or out to ADA's Explorer once we are on ADA. And that'll take you there from that side of it. We'll continue to enhance this, and we'll continue to make this happen as we go through the process, okay? Now, the great part about this too is, because we're a premium swap, the tax will already be built into the transaction. So you do not have to, like on Pancake Swap or others, worry about setting a tax rate. It will be built into the transaction when it first happens, okay?
Slippage, right? Peter, slippage?
Yes,
Is
the
that what you're
slippage.
talking-
Yes,
Okay.
the transaction tax fee. Yes, slippage. And Deb, great. Yes, right now Ethereum has high fees. However, that is being corrected. And it is moving in the right direction, forward correction. They're moving from proof of work to proof of stake. Once they go on proof of stake, then they will have low transaction fees. It has taken longer for that to happen because of the fact that they started as proof of work. They have miners that are mining, and they're trying to coordinate between moving from one to the other. And it's not that simple because miners have been making boatloads of money, and they don't want to give up those boatloads of money, okay? Because of the mining situation. So that is Ethereum's issue. The good thing is ADA will be more than likely the next chain that we'll go to. They will not have that problem because they are proof of stake. They will be a low transaction fee project. And again, why are we going to Ethereum? Well, right now, Ethereum is it has a value of $380 billion. That means that people are holding $380 billion worth of Ethereum. That's a lot. And those projects can swap and bring in a lot of liquidity to help lock in and move things forward. Okay. All right. So let's see. Okay. I think we've talked about everything here. Beautiful, of course, on that side of it. There will be places for ads. Now, let me tell you, in the beginning, the ads will be coming soon, right? So when we're doing the insights one, it'll say CataBolt swap token is coming soon. So these will be to market and promote. One of the neat things is, and Dawn, do they have it working where you can take those away?
They sure do.
Bingo. There you go. So if you want to eliminate those and you don't want to see the ads, you don't need to see the information on the left-hand side, you can move those off and just have the swap panel there. It's one of the features that I love about the process. So real quick, we have a couple questions on. Let me jump in and see if they pertain to this, because then we can show them on there, okay? So the one question is there a way to see what wallet address you have on record for token holders? I don't, you can see the token that you're logged into, but I think what they're asking is which ones they've registered so far. That's a great point. We will have to work on that and see if you'll be able to pull up a list of registered, and we may be able to do that because you're going to tie it to an email address. So what we might be able to do is have them put in the email address and they can pull up what one. So can you make a note of that, please? This is the great part about this, guys. You're going to help us develop the best platform on the planet.
That's right. Very good tip, guys. Great point.
Jim has a great question. This may be in the pending presentation. When we're fully operational with CataBolt Swap, can we move all our tokens from other exchanges to CataBolt Swap? And the answer to that right now is no. CataBolt Swap will not hold liquidity. Our goal is to build up liquidity for the project to then go on Pancake Swap, Uniswap, one of the other swappers. One of the reasons why, guys, is for the security purposes and other things is we're a premium. When you come to this site, you're only going to have 1 or 2, maybe 3 projects that you can focus on. One of the ways that people get scammed in this space is they go to Pancake Swap and somebody puts a fake token in there, or PooCoin and they put in a fake token. That will be impossible to happen in our situation. Again, we're here to limit the options, keep people focused, and then make it very easy. Yes, Cindy, we know that she's basically saying that simple swap didn't work for her. Every option, guys, and I'm telling you this right now, every option in the token space has some limitations to it, no matter what you use. There's no one fits all situation that's out there. And that is hopefully one of the, well, not hopefully, that's one of the problems we'll be tackling in the future as we build resources and stuff, or looking for that one solution fits all. That may never exist, or it may exist, but if it is going to exist, we will participate in it because of that. And by the way, when it says buy BNB BSC, right now we have simple swap. There'll be other options. So there may be 2 or 3 options.
Yeah.
And it may have a little tab next to it that you can click on that'll say, if you're in these states, it won't work for you. So we'll give you some information so you don't have to go through a bunch of hoops just to find out it never would have worked for you in the first place. These are the type of things that we'll be building out and putting together as we go through the process. Dawn is showing you guys right now, we put a calculator here, a conversion thing. This will list all of the tokens that go through the swap. This will always be here. So if we've listed 20 tokens, you can always come back here, put in the number of tokens, and it will convert it to BNB or whatever that native token is into that. So you've got all these different options here that you can select, and it will give you. So if you want to know what's my value, or how many, what's my this many tokens, or any of that type of stuff, you can come right here in a CataBolt swap and you can do that conversion right there.
Yes, right now BNB is the one that it will display. The rest are being kind of programmed in the background.
Yep, we're working on a lot of the stuff we're still working on, guys, putting it together, growing it. This was a monumental task to get this put together and get this built. There's a lot that goes on here. I know it just looks like a simple website, but there's a lot that goes behind this in order to make these things work. Okay, the swap is easy, guys. You're going to do minimum, maximum, of course, and it'll swap from the different cryptos to that. Day 1 is a one-way swap. Day 2, you'll be able to swap back and forth between the different cryptos. So from, let's say, on the first day of TruBadger launch, you would only be able to go from BNB or BUSD to TruBadger. On day 2, though, if you want it to come back and the price has gone up and you say, you know what, I've doubled my money, I've tripled my money, that's good enough for me, I want to go ahead and put it up there, you can go and put it up for sale, and then or for swap, and then swap back out to BNB or BUSD. And then the third day, or the end of the second day, it will transition over to Pancake Swap, and then it will trade at a much more aggressive market, and then of course start to head up higher than it was on CataBolt, because CataBolt has tighter controls and the way that it accelerates the value of the token. Okay, all right, Dawn, where are we going to next?
Okay, let's go back to home.
What is Bolt Power?
Want to explore that a minute?
Let's look at Bolt Power. All right, launch Bolt Power or apply now.
Let's launch.
Okay, so Bolt Power, guys, is the tokens that are coming to go, that are actively going to be swapped. Okay, so it's going to, of course, give you your BNB balance. You've got the wallet listed there, what network it's on. And then, of course, you have active, and then it will have down here the different tokens for you to go. If you come over to the drop down over there, okay, there's going to be details here that you'll learn about the project. Okay, so again, social media, make sure you get to the right social media, all that stuff. So this will begin to build a profile of it. And then, of course, if you go out to details, it will take you to the project and you can learn all about it. Okay, so you still have to do your own research and on it, but we're going to give you a lot of the details here for you to begin to make those decisions, and then you can go from there. You'll see the soft cap, the hard cap, the minimum that you can do, the maximum. Now, here's a cool part about it, guys. And this is being put into play. Now, of course, there won't be a CataBolt swap token when this launches. It'll be about 6 weeks down the road before that launches. But in the meantime, let's say that it tells you your maximum swap is 1 BNB. You can do a less than that, but your maximum is 1. If you hold TruBadger tokens, you will then, that will increase your maximum to 2 BNB that you can swap on day 1. On day 2, it's open, right? You can swap as much as you want once the first initial is done and moves through that process. Now, when CataBolt's token is out, let's say it's 1 BNB. If you hold CataBolt tokens, it will be 2 BNB. If you hold CataBolt and TruBadger tokens, it will take you up to 3 BNB that you can swap. This is one of the incentives to hodl, to hold TruBadger and CataBolt. It's the utility of these tokens that if you hold, you then get extra ability to swap and go through the process. Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay. So if we just go back one, so all of these different tokens will have the same information, right? Just specifically about them. That's really all there is here. If we go back to the Bolt Power, this is where projects can come and apply.
Oh, yay. So somebody had already asked, what if I have a project that's being worked on? This is where you will send them to in order to apply. Now, the way this works with CataBolt is 100% of the BNB right now that is brought in swap for goes on PancakeSwap to be locked for liquidity. Now, what we've done is we've put together a group of investors that are all accredited investors that will put up initial funds prior to the launch so they can not have to worry about people that are going to dump. So one of the big problems with the IDOs that are taking place right now on things like deck sales are a lot of people, because it's a Wild West, go in and purchase at very low prices, large quantities of tokens, and then they dump them when it goes over into PancakeSwap and the price starts going up. So you end up with a problem. It's almost as bad as the bots. What we've done is we found people that are well-to-do that do not have to sell off their tokens, and they've agreed to hold them for 30 days at least to the amount that they put in, 90 days to another amount, and then the majority of them they've agreed to hold for 6 months. So you're not going to have the initial people that are getting the tokens at the lowest possible price while staying within the framework of legality. Very important, right? Legal things, and moving that forward. So if you have a project that is a DAO, it either has the funding to do it and then just is needs the liquidity, or needs funding and has the liquidity, then we are the solution for those. You can simply send them here, and this is going to get them to go through the process. So Dawn, let's go ahead and click through. Before we continue, the only usage of assets raised on CataBolt Swap will be used to provide liquidity for the project. Do you agree? Yes. And then you're going to put in the name of the project. And then you're going to go on to objective of your token so we can see what the utility is. Meaning if they come back and say it's just for traders to trade and raise the value through, that side of it, it will be, we can just get past that very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doxed? Yes or no? Okay. What is the location of your team? When they click on this one, Dawn, if you can do that, because this allows for it to be, it'll come up and give them the locations that they can, the form on this.
They will be able to be part of, yes.
Yes.
It will
Okay.
come, yes.
Yeah. And then here's where they can add. So this is where they're going to add in their LinkedIn profile, some type of proof for us to be able to see who they are, right? And going through that process. So they can put email, LinkedIn is the one that we have there right now. Those are going to be very important for them. And they can add a lot of team members. They can just keep adding more and more and more team members.
All their team. Yeah.
So we can go look at right now, eventually the blockchain will look at, and the anonymous team will look at and say, yes, these people have some skill level to do it, right? It's, you know, not, you know, I want to open up a financial institution token and I'm a professional pickleball player, right? And that's all they put is one person that's a professional pickleball player. We probably would have to say, I'm sorry, you need to build a team around you. Now they could probably go back out to TruBadger services, right? Consulting business, and we might help them assemble that team if it's a great idea. And that'll be a whole nother process to go through. All right. And this is the stage that they're at: pre-contract, contract stage, fully developed project. So this will let us know where they're at, the timing that they're going through. Again, if they say they're in pre-contract stage, we'll ask, do they already have programmers, smart blockchain programmers? Do they already have their UI programmers? Why? Because if they don't, we can send them over to TruBadger services, and then we can help them develop their contract. We can help them develop their UI. We can build kick-butt sites that look like this for them instead of some of the sites I've seen out there in the blockchain space. All right. What is the structure of your project? Is it going to be a DAO, a governance, or is it an owned project? Now, Dawn, what if it's an owned project?
Currently, CataBolt Swap only works with community-owned projects, so they will not even be able to go forward. You can't click this. They just have to leave.
And again, guys, this is a personal on our side of it. The people that founded this project, we believe DAOs and governance projects create the most value for the token holders. So it's very important that we're bringing the projects that have the most potential and the most value to who? The people that are utilizing and using CataBolt Swap to decide on the projects that they want to get involved with. We are very token holder centric. If you've listened to anything Jeff Bezos has done, he talks about being customer centric. He focused on the customer, the person shopping on Amazon. We are centric. We are token swapper centric, right? The people that are going to get involved, support projects, help drive those projects. The early project adopters is who we are focused on. That's our centricness right there, is focusing on that. That's why we will be successful. We have a very narrow focus. Is this good for the token holders? If it's good for the token holders, then it will create value for the project. If it creates value for the project, then it will bring what? Value and opportunity to the token holders. But it's all based on the token holders and where they're going. Go ahead, Dawn.
Okay.
All right. And then they're going to create their account. They're going to create their password. They're going to agree to our terms of service. And then that is the completion of their process. Now, the next process that they'll go through will be a manual process right now where we'll reach out to them and get back with them. Eventually, that will all be automated through the blockchain so it can be completely trustless, right? You don't have to trust that whether I'm doing a good job or not. Anonymous people will look at the project separately. They'll grade it. It will come into a thing. It will score it. And then it will look at all the projects that are out there. Eventually, what we may end up doing is having it where we have 5 projects in the queue, and then have the token holders, the CataBolt token holders, vote on which ones they like best or which ones they're willing to support the most. That is a part of the process that may happen. So if we start getting 30 projects at a time, then the anonymous people will narrow it down to 5, and then you guys would vote because we're only launching a limited number of projects. All that stuff will come in the future.
All right, so we'll go back to the home. I can go through the menu real quick. So we've got Exchange.
Let's go through the menu.
Here. Yep, services is Exchange and Bolt Power, just like you see here. The About, we have an About page, just a little blurb about us. This was actually already on the original CataBolt site, if you had seen that site before. Same about information. We're going to have a help center. This is going to be extremely helpful. So we are figuring out the best way to incorporate Zoom. You know, we love our Zoom rooms. We love helping you individually, one-on-one, face-to-face, and we are really trying to incorporate that within here so that people can get that help.
Yeah, and Dawn, I will go through that. That will be a premium service by the project. So some projects will want to offer that and some will not. What they will do, and this will not go to us. So let's say there'll be volunteers that have been trained and qualified to walk through this process, okay? The token, the project will put aside so many tokens for doing this. You can come on and volunteer to be a Zoom person. You'll go through, and when you help people, you'll actually receive those native tokens as a reward for helping people on the Zoom. So it'll be people that have volunteered that are part of the CataBolt swap community that can earn additional tokens in these projects going through there. And so there'll be 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 Zoom rooms set up. And you'll be able to go through that and walk people through. New people, this will be something that no one else has offered, no one else is doing, just like what we've done. And it will be available. So there could be at some point in time 15, 20, 25 Zoom rooms open. So instead of having 5 or 10 people in a Zoom room, 15, 20, it will be 1 or 2 people coming in, right? And there'll be an open Zoom room. It'll say, here's when it's open. Person says, I need help. They'll click on it. They'll go right to that Zoom room. They'll get the help they need, and then they'll go through that process.
Yeah.
We're still working on it, though.
Still working through the process of it. Yeah. So the contact us page is a basic contact us page. Anybody that has a need or questions or anything can fill out this form, and we will get back to them as soon as we can. And that is the entire site.
All right. And this is live, guys. You can go to it right now. No swapping on it yet, guys. We don't have that set up. That part is still working on. And of course, when we launch our first projects, you guys will be able to go and do that. Yeah. And go through that process. Let's see. There's back offices for the people that are utilizing it, the projects that are utilizing it, for them to be able to see the data, the information, and that stuff is going from there. We're currently working on reaching out to PancakeSwap to build a relationship with them in order to facilitate moving the LP from our site to PancakeSwap. Imagine what a token price would do on an announcement of a partnership with PancakeSwap, right? And maybe many other partnerships with other exchanges and other people out there in the marketplace. So lots of great stuff going on, lots of great things happening. So do we have any? If we have questions, guys, please put them in the Q&A. If there's any on YouTube, we can answer those as well. I think we have somebody monitoring that, right? And putting those in the Q&A, hopefully. We have somebody. Doug, would you like to say anything at this point now that we've gone through the site?
You know, I just want to congratulate the team on a beautiful job. That's it. It's just, it's clean, it's simple, it's to the point. It gets exactly done what we need to get done. And it's going to vet people the way, or projects the way we need to. It's just a beautiful job. And guys, give everybody in the chat, please give the team a 1, because they worked so hard on it, and they've really come through with a phenomenal product. So my hat's off to you guys. Well done.
Yes. Also, Druid asked the question, are the people confirmed with video? And absolutely yes. Even when we go to an autonomous one, okay, guys, they will have to match up their profile on LinkedIn with a video presentation. It's going to be very extensive. It's not going to be a 10-minute thing to go through in order to be determined to go up on CataBolt Swap. Again, our goal is to do our best and have the software do the best job possible to eliminate the projects that have very little or no chance of making it. So no chance or scams, very little is not having the right team or the right concept that can even have the chance of making it. They don't have a utility that can generate revenue. there's something that's happening in this space right now, guys, and you've got to dig and look around. But there's a lot of projects that are running into problems. And the reason why is they don't have a way to generate revenue. They thought what they would do is hold back some tokens, and then they would sell their tokens over time as the value went up. But the value's never gone up high enough, so they don't have enough revenue to do it. In order for a business to survive of any type, it must have a revenue source, something that brings in more money than what it costs to run the day-to-day operations. What's left over is called a profit. And since these are decentralized autonomous organizations, that profit then would be owned by who? The token holders. So what you're looking for in this space, if you're looking long-term, is you're looking for projects that have utilities that generate enough revenue to cover the day-to-day operations and have lots, I'm going to say that again, lots of profit left over, because again, that's how it builds real, true value for the token holders. Corey, any thoughts, buddy?
Just in awe of what we're doing here and being part of the team that is behind the curtains and in constant contact with multiple people every day. The meetings that we have, the people we're meeting, the new holders we have, all of it is just coming together. I've worked with Peter and Doug and this team for years. And one thing that you guys can count on is if we say we're going to do something, we're going to get it done. And we're going to get it done. And if something comes up, we'll find a way through it. And this is the team that has the best solutions for anything that arises. So just congratulations to you all for sticking it out and all of you guys coming on board. Arms wide open, tell your friends, tell your family, we are not slowing down and you're just going to keep seeing this. So thank you all out there. That's all I got. Oh, I do have something. Yeah. I was going to go ahead and I was going to ask Rhonda to do it. Rhonda, do you want to have the honors of, I can show you, we did have a contest, you guys. We ran a contest for our new CataBolt swap Telegram stickers.
And if you've been in Telegram for the last 15 or 20 minutes during this call, you've probably seen a few of them.
Probably have seen these stickers. So if we can end with that. So you want me to show Rhonda?
Yeah, you got your screen up. I'm ready to share.
Also, guys, in the early days of CataBolt, we will be doing all the tasks. So we have a lot to do. But again, CataBolt will be forming its own team. Now, we don't have it set up yet, but we will be setting up a way for you to contact if you have a skill level, internet marketing. You've run companies before, you've done this. We will be putting it out there for people to apply to become part of the CataBolt team. You will be extremely vetted. And I will tell you this, if you like to get underpaid, overworked, then that's probably a great way for you to apply in the early days, but the rewards are huge in the long run, and you're going to help create a lot of wealth for a lot of people. So that is, that's our pitch, right? Is if you like to be overworked and underpaid, please apply.
You might want to work on that pitch a little bit. Peter.
Don't sugarcoat it, buddy.
He speaks the truth.
Like it is.
Yeah, quit sugarcoating it.
So anyway, we are going to set that up because each of these projects, if they have, so here's a key, guys. If a project has its own token, it will have its own team running it eventually. So if you want to know, hey, is that project going to have its own team that's working with it? If it has its own token coming, it will have its own team. So that means the DAO will have its own team. CataBolt will have its own team. Insights will have its own team. Now, the CEO position that is already taken so don't try to take Doug's job, okay? That's already filled. It's already taken. But social media, sales, marketing, business development, a lot of those positions will be open. And as we begin to grow these teams, we will begin to add them, as well as the NFT project will have its own team running it. And then, of course, we'll be expanding the team of TruBadger and all the teams as we grow and go from there. So anyway, if you're interested, then we'll have a place for you to apply here sometime in the next week or so to begin to do that. The people running it, except for TruBadger and Insights, they're already taken. But the other teams, you guys will actually get a chance to vote on the CEO that takes over the project on CataBolt. So what we'll do is we'll get everybody that applies, that qualifies, we'll have them do a presentation to the token holders, and then there'll be a vote on which person actually takes that lead on that side of it. So that's kind of the process from there. All the other positions will be filled by the team, the management, but that position will have, you guys will have the ability to choose that person on the merits on that side of it. So who was going to talk? Oh, Corey, you were talking, buddy. Go ahead. Sticker time. Sticker time.
The important stuff.
Guys, while
Peanut
he's bringing
butter
that up,
stickers.
don't forget to head on over to CataBolt Swap, our YouTube channel. Please subscribe. We need subscribers. We can't go live on that channel until we've got at least 1,000 of you who have said, yes, I'm digging you guys. So subscribe and then go dance around on a couple of the videos if you see
Please,
them.
please ring the
Yeah,
bell.
please,
Ring
ring
the
the
bell.
bell.
Don't want to miss any
subscribe.
of Doug's videos
Comment.
that's posted on CataBolt.
Yeah.
Right? All right. Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
Love
Those
it.
are
Oh, that's so
amazing.
fun.
The creator of these is actually on the call because he's already posted a couple of times in the comments. I created
So
stickers.
great.
These are amazing.
Aren't they adorable? Oh, I'm not really a Lamborghini person, but that is a darn cute car. I didn't realize Lambos came in purple. Now I could
Stay
reconsider.
tuned.
These
I
are, oh
love
my
that.
goodness. I've
These
got to
are
pick
brilliant.
I've got to pick a favorite one. You guys know in TruBadger, I have a favorite one. I post it 99% of the time. Corey's probably getting tired of me posting it. It's okay. You'll have to
No,
be tired
never,
of me.
buddy.
It is my sticker to post, right? But I've got to pick my favorite here to post. I'm a
So
pretty
we've got
simple
one for
person.
Steve. We've got one for our rocker Steve already.
Oh, I think I might pick the Don't FUD one.
We've got Yanni too.
The love
What-
sticker.
what is-
That's
what-
Grateful
what's-
Badger all
what
over.
is
It's got
this?
Corona
But
and
stay
Yanni written
tuned
on
is
it.
Yanni. Stay tuned is Yanni.
Yes.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Oh,
I
Oh my
love it.
goodness. These are
Those
absolutely
are
amazing.
fantastic.
I love all of them.
The social media one is Arslan all the way. That'll be the only one he
Yes.
posts.
Yes, yes.
Very neat. So you guys see how these projects come together, right? Most of you guys, this was just a concept or an idea. Of course, you saw the first stuff that we put together very quickly. You're seeing a brand
Okay.
develop all the way through the process from what we started from, and we'll have to do some type of a video that shows our first site, then this site, and then the progression as we move through the process here in the next 6 months or so. So you guys can experience the entire thing. Doug, you want to say something, buddy?
well, I just gotta say, when Rhonda gets to buying her Lambo, she can get it in any color she wants.
I love it. That's good. I like it. I didn't realize. I mean, it looks good in purple. So Albert, thanks for planting that seed. Love it. Appreciate it.
Just
Now it's
saying-
just going to go for another Kia Soul, but now I've raised my.
I just want to thank everybody for hanging out with us tonight. What a great presentation, guys.
It's really fun.
Super job.
Amazing.
Great job, you
Dawn,
guys.
Corey, Peter. I know the hours on top of hours, on top of the hours that we all put in on everything else anyway. And you guys put hours and hours and hours on top of those hours. And so I'm not
And we
wearing
have
my hat, but if I was, I would take it off for you.
We have a couple
Yes.
questions here that we'll answer. Also, what I want to cover is this, guys. Okay, so a lot of people told us, or a few people, let's put it that way, told us that if we did not have a project to launch today, that this would not be a success. I want to ask you guys personally, was this a success or not? Do you guys love what we've done? And do you guys understand that the reason we do not have a project to launch right now is because of what's called vetting? Okay. Vetting is not something you rush into. If you are going to bring quality projects that mean something and that have a high chance of success and survival, then that is a process of taking your time to go through it and not just taking any project and rushing through the process. And so we are here for you guys. We're not here for, I got to tell you, if we had a token right now to launch, probably would have helped blow up TruBadger and would have helped blow this project up even more. We could have taken a shortcut. We could have just said, let's take that project right there. Just throw it on here. We'll slap anything on here just to have one, because that's what a lot of people were expecting. We are not going to do what people expect. We're going to do what's right for the people that have chosen to say, I like these guys. I like this team. And when I say guys, I mean men and women. Okay. You guys have to understand, because I'll call everybody guys. Okay. It's not a male or female. A guy is just everybody, right? That's right. You hear me say it a lot, right? So our number one priority is to make sure that we bring incredible projects to everyone that is involved with Catapult, that has said, yes, I believe that these guys know what they're doing. I believe they are on the right track. I believe they are solving big problems. And I believe that this is the right place for me to be. And so we are going to make sure that everything we do is right. Dot the I's, cross the T's, and make that all work. All right. Yes, guys is the same as y'all. Y'all.
Oh, y'all. Corey lost power because of the storm, so he didn't.
Oh my goodness!
He didn't ditch us.
We got to make sure he's okay.
He's in the dark. They're okay, but
luckily his phone
power is going out. Yeah.
All right, Doug. Anything else, buddy? I think other than that, we're just about done.
There was another question
I just want to remind everybody on this call, and I don't get a chance to talk to everybody on this call. We are going to Vegas.
I've heard.
So, and there are tons of tokens being given away. And if you want to see how much, be on the Saturday call with Digi and Insights. And guys, it's worthwhile to be in Vegas. So just wanted to let everybody know, a lot going to happen in Vegas. And in our model, you know, they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. We don't say that. We say what you earn in Vegas, you get to take home.
Better. I love it.
The neat thing is we have Christopher on here, cool guy. And I was helping him and another gentleman set up their stuff. And I was showing him how I buy my tokens on Coinbase. And Christopher, remember the token I had picked what was that called? Cello, right? I said, if I was going to buy a token right now, I'd buy Cello. The next day, Cello went up 80%. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that beautiful, right?
He knows how to research a token. This man
right now, 80% raise. I don't know how it happens. I'm not a financial advisor. Never will be. Never want to be one. Don't take my advice. Do your own research. He just said, hey, thanks for helping me the other night, and it just brought it to my mind that was the token that we recommended. Okay, I do want to cover a couple other things before everybody goes. TruBadger, guys, phenomenal what we've done. We cannot let up. We must, as a community, as a token holder, please, please, please help us continue to add token holders. You know somebody who said, and I know several people, and I've let them know, hey, we'll walk you through it. Some are showing up, some are not. You all know people that want to get into the blockchain that don't know how yet. Get them to one of our Zooms. Even if you have to say, hey, John, come over. I'll help you get you started. And then when you get there, you log into a Zoom room and say, okay, Candace, please help this person, right? It is every one of ours responsibility, not just mine as the CEO, not just Doug's, not just the teams. It is every token holder's responsibility to help grow this community. We are a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization. You benefit from every single person as long as you hold the tokens. You benefit from every single person that comes in and purchases tokens, okay? Swaps for tokens. 100% of them you benefit from, whether it's the tax going to the innovation, the marketing account, the burn tokens, the LP, all across the board. You benefit from reflection from 100% of that. So when somebody asked me the other day, well, there's no commission paid. Why would I go bring people in? because there is. It's called the tax. It's called growth. It's called us having a bigger community. Rising tide rate. It's what I love about the token space. Rising tide raises all ships. So as we rise in members and token holders, as the market cap rises, every single person holding tokens is benefiting on every swap when reflection is paid, whether it's a positive or negative swap. People that are holders are benefiting from this. This is an all for one for all situation here with this. So if you have somebody, please get them into our system to where they can learn how to get in the token space and be a part of what we're doing. Okay. We got a couple more questions. Do we now have a Catapult Swap Reddit page? I do not know, and we just got booted from the man who would know. Got booted. So we will check with Corey and see where is the info for the Vegas event. Dawn can probably tell you that because I don't know, but they can probably tell you where that is.
It's in Telegram, and we'll go ahead and bring it down and repost it for you. So if you search in Telegram, it's going to be there. So I'll just make sure it's been brought down to like right now.
Yeah,
Jump in there.
it's in a lot of places, guys. So
Yeah, we sent out an email. If you want a copy of the email, like send me your email address and I'll make sure you get a copy of it.
Right now we have one of the projects that's joining. They'll be giving away about $20,000 worth of their two tokens that they have, plus thousands of dollars in NFTs. TruBadger will be giving away $20,000 in tokens at whatever the market cap is that day. Okay. And some will be done through prizes and some will be for being at the event, what are called airdrops, claimed airdrops, where you go claim them. CataBolt Swap will be giving away billions of tokens. Insights will be giving away billions of tokens for the attendees. And this is both for people that are there and for people that are doing the streaming. We believe in community. We know the value of it. We know getting people together and have them experience one of our events. We're pretty good at it, guys. I'm telling you right now, we have a great time. It is a party. It is amazing. I've never experienced any other event. I've been to a lot of them that is ever like our events that we put on. And so this will be a great experience for each and every single person that comes to it. I'm going to go on a little bit further. At the DAO project, Safu-Fied will be giving away billions of tokens, and CNP will be giving away billions of tokens for the attendees, and then a little bit less for people that are on the streaming, but for the people that are in attendance, it's going to be beautiful. We are working on getting some other sponsors for the events. All we've asked for the sponsors to do is to give us digital assets that we can give to the attendees on the event. So we're not asking them to pay us money to the event. We're asking them to give digital assets to you guys for being at the event and being part of it. What we'd love to have happen is for every single person there over the course of time, with the growth of the projects, end up getting back 100% plus 100% plus the value that they spent to get to the event, their airfare, their drink that they had when they were maybe at the event. You know, I'm not going to promise the gambling losses for you because we're in Vegas. All right. I'm not going to go that far. Okay. But for your hotel, ticket, all that stuff over time, we would like to accomplish it. Never any guarantees, guys. We'd like to accomplish, though, that you have the ability to recoup that over time and be a part of that. Now, Doug may tell you something differently on Saturday. I'm just going with that. That's all. I'm stopping there on that side of it. He might show you how you make a six-figure, or something. I don't know, but I'm gonna leave that up to him.
He's magic at a table in Vegas.
I'm gonna leave that up to him for doing that.
I can guarantee that.
Very quickly before we leave here, guys, I would like to pull up, if you can, somebody share and pull up PooCoin. Let's check out and see where we're at with our favorite base token, the TruBadger. Amazing on what we're doing and where we're headed, guys. And this is a credit to this team, and it is a credit to all the people that have become part of it. I'm very excited about the fact that we have, if you look, the two sell-offs, we've completely erased them, and we are back to the point where we were at prior to this happening. So, and this is a testament to every single person that is here. All right. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys. And I think that's all we have.
Join us tomorrow night at 7:00 for the Tuesday night weekly AMA with Peter, so you can digest all this information and
Come back
bring
and
any
ask questions. We'll be glad to
Yeah.
answer them.
Yep.
If you want a long answer for a short question, come back and ask them tomorrow night.
Yeah. Bring it to Peter. It's like the master. Come full circle. Full circle. Like,
And guys, just a reminder, please follow us on CataBolt social media everywhere. Please, 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 we've got to build it up. We are live now. There's no reason not to just shout it out and get our
And
social
Dawn,
media.
where are they going to go get those social media links from?
Oh, on the website, of course.
Bingo,
perfect.
exactly.
Go visit that beautiful website. Please
Well,
do, Dawn, you're right. We're just getting geared up to start all the posts and such. Remember, dev teams are going to start hearing about us, and they're going to go do what? Do exactly what Peter teaches us. Check out their social media, look at their Telegram groups, see what the activity is, et cetera, et cetera. So they're going to be looking at what we do and what we are up to. And so all of those likes are going to help bring more dev teams and their interest into the project so that we can potentially help get them off the ground and launched.
Love
So
it. And I got one last super important thing. Golf is on Wednesday, guys, at the start of the convention, the start of the party.
And that is
Just saying.
very, very important.
It's
to
very
Mr.
Super
Knockout.
important.
Super,
did you
super important.
see the email that I sent out? Did you see your picture of Digi and Truman with their golf clubs?
I did not. Is it in my
Did your
Digi
inbox?
emails?
Yep.
I will look.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're playing golf.
there'll be tokens at risk on the course. I guarantee it.
There might be. Their golf balls are actually Bitcoins. Because you know what? Bitcoin. Whatever.
All right, everybody. We will see you guys tomorrow night.
Good night.
Yeah. Bye.
Thank you very much, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you in the Zoom room, maybe, even before then. Oh, I'm hoping.